Here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. enjoins the entire nation to pursue grand ambitions for the greater good of oneself and all this Chinese New Year. The President extended his greetings to the Filipino-Chinese community and the entire nation as the country celebrates the Chinese New Year on Wednesday. In his message, Marcos called on Filipinos to draw inspiration from the values of hope, renewal, and resilience, which is symbolized by the Year of the Wood Snake. He urged everyone to recall the virtues of wisdom, intuition, and transformation and use the occasion as a catalyst for improvement, not only for oneself but for the greater good. Marcos also said the red lanterns associated with the Chinese New Year calls to mind the bright future the country could achieve through unity. In line with this, he called on Filipinos to deepen their commitment towards achieving a bagong Pilipinas marked with new beginnings, fruitful endeavors, and stronger bonds. Malacanang declared January 29 a special non-working holiday nationwide in observance of the Chinese New Year. In Manila, around 500,000 people gathered at Jones Bridge in Binondo to welcome the Year of the Wood Snake. The city also commemorated the 50th anniversary of Chinese-Filipino diplomatic relations with a 25-minute fireworks display and drone show. Meanwhile, in Quezon City, the city government kicked off its celebration with the launch of the newly designed Banawe, also known as Quezon City's Chinatown. Banawe's celebration features a grand bazaar, cultural performances, traditional festivities, and local Chinese cuisine. The Department of Agriculture has started the distribution of over 32,000 doses of AVAC live vaccines from Vietnam in line with the government-controlled vaccination against African swine fever. DA spokesperson Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa said almost 33,000 doses have been administered in 11 municipalities in 5 provinces. This includes the initial 10,000 doses of vaccines rolled out in Lobo, Batangas under the government's emergency procurement. 160,000 doses of ASF vaccines have also been delivered to the DA Bureau of Animal Industry. Meanwhile, the vaccination among healthy is also ongoing in 18 farms in Central Luzon and Calabar Zone. As of January 10, barangays under red zones or those with active cases of ASF dropped to 133 in 34 cities and municipalities from 225 on December 27, 2024. Among the affected regions are the Cordillera Administrative Region, Ilocos, Central Luzon, Calabar Zone, Bicol, Central Visayas, Eastern Visayas, and Soxargen. Meanwhile, the DA expects to complete at least 2 field trials of vaccines against the highly pathogenic avian influenza by the end of the first quarter. De Mesa said they are field testing vaccines from Hungary and Germany. He said the results will be presented to the BAI, which will then secure an endorsement from the Food and Drug Administration. De Mesa assured that avian flu remains under control in the country. The BAI reports 1 avian flu case among a number of ducks in Pandi, Bulacan, which was logged on January 3. No further positive cases have been detected from January 4 to 24. The Murang Pagkain Super Committee, also known as the Quinta Committee, continues to investigate rice importers over the spike of rice prices, including recent allegations of involvement in rice cartels. Marikina Representative Stella Kimbo said importers are being suspected of controlling stocks of imported rice along with its prices. This was similar to the findings of the House Committee on Agriculture and Food that pointing to the existence of an onion cartel. Kimbo noted that imported rice are still sold at high prices, even if the landed cost of importers for rice is pegged at only 36 pesos. Christian Loren de los Santos, Enforcement Office Director of the Philippine Competition Commission, said they are investigating areas where prices of imported rice are not dropping despite high volumes of importation. He assured that the PCC will go after rice hoarders and profiteers. In other news, Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero slammed the accusations of alleged irregularities in the 2025 national budget, saying they undermine the extensive work done by Congress. In a press briefing, Escudero criticized the petition filed before the Supreme Court, which questioned the constitutionality of certain provisions of the General Appropriations Act. The petitioners claimed that certain items in the budget violate legal principles and should be nullified. Escudero said the accusation is unfair, especially considering all the work put in not only by the chairpersons, vice chairs, and staff of the Senate and House. However, he acknowledged that this is a part of the democratic system and a reflection of how heated politics is in the country. He stressed that disputes over the budget should ultimately be settled by the courts. Meanwhile, Solicitor General Menardo Guevara said his office has yet to receive a copy of the petition, but he maintains that the validity, regularity, and constitutionality of the 2025 budget is legally presumed. Parts of the country may greet the Chinese New Year with cloudy skies and rains brought by three weather systems. Bagasa said Bicol region, Eastern Visayas, Central Visayas, and Dinagat Islands can expect cloudy skies with scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms due to the shear line. Catanduanes, Albay, Sorsogon, Northern Samar, Eastern Samar, Samar, Leyte, Southern Leyte, and Dinagat Islands would particularly experience moderate to heavy rainfall in the next 24 hours. The shear line will also bring cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms over Palawan and the rest of the Visayas. The rest of Mindanao will have cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms due to the easterlies. Meanwhile, the northeast monsoon will bring cloudy skies with rains over Cagayan Valley, Cordillera Administrative Region, and Aurora. Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains, also due to the northeast monsoon. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servisyo Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I'm Wilnerd Basalonia. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.